A residential case in the city of Jacksonville, Florida, where we're going to find out what kind of energy is in this house and what's going on with the children here and what the spirit is doing.
There you go.
We're going to go on the road.
Joey,
Was the light off?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pay that.
Why is it that no one lives here or wants to live here? You say this place has been vacant a long time?
Yeah, I think almost 20 years.
20 years. Okay, so did it just sit here empty?
Mm-hmm. It's here empty. The neighbor said all the kids would never even want to walk near the yard, that they just, I mean, it was just the haunted house of the neighborhood is what they considered it. Something very horrific happened here. I found that out this afternoon from a neighbor across the street.
Okay. I'm going to let you talk and then I'm going to turn that back on. I just want to finish hearing more.
Okay. The neighbor told us today that it was a husband and wife who lived here. The house was paid in full, so they didn't have a mortgage or anything. The husband was actually murdered in the house. And his wife, as anybody would, kind of went off the deep end and just left the house. Okay. And she was also raped in the home.
Wow.
So she is currently in an insane asylum.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the house was the daughter's, and that's why the whole teacher thing. The daughter is a teacher, and she was supposed to be the one that was supposed to come over here and take care of the house. And it was never taken care of, and she would never come over here.
Okay. Well, it's probably a lot of painful memories for
yeah.
her. So what made her finally decide, I guess, to rent or sell?
It went into foreclosure because of the taxes finally added up to be enough over the past however many years, so it went to auction.
And then you ended up being the one to buy it. So you didn't know any of this, obviously, until today. So you just, decided to go and talk to a neighbor and say, hey, what's going on in my house?
Well, we were over there. They have kids that are my oldest son's age. And so our kids were playing, and we were over there. And the house next door is vacant, too. And she made a comment about how she thinks that house is cursed. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure my house is haunted. And then she, her face went white, and she's like, do you know what happened at that house? And I was like, no, I have no idea. Just weird things happen, and I get this super uncomfortable feeling. Mm-hmm. And I just know that when I'm here alone, that I'm not alone. And the way my daughter's acting, she's never acted like that, and it's not like this is her normal... way of acting.
I know what you're saying. I felt like when I got here, I felt the mail, and I felt them in the living room, but I also felt like there's someone, and it did say I was correct, with brain cancer. So I don't know if you know anything about the family, if there was, you say he was murdered, do you know, and you say it was like 20 years ago? Mm-hmm. Because the first energy that really reached out to me was this person who had the cancer. So I don't know if this is someone in your family who's here on your behalf who wants to, deliver a message to you. So is there someone in your family that has died of cancer?
My Uncle RV died of cancer that just ate his entire body probably 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
All right, so I'm thinking that he's here in a guardianship type of role, and he was just the first one to talk to us, when I got here, because it's hard sometimes to know which spirit's going to have the dominant energy to come forward. It might not be the one that's in the house causing the issue. It might be a member of your family. That's how mediumship works. So I feel like that this was most likely him talking to us, and I feel like he's here in a guardianship role. Let me see if I can get some more from him. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself so we can make sure and validate that it's you, besides the cancer? And I do understand it was pretty much all over your whole body, and it was very, very painful. But I feel like before that you were a very active person, a very happy person, just loved kids. I feel like he just loved children. And I feel just like the type that was always out in the yard doing stuff and just real outgoing.
That would be, I would feel like that's the only person I can link that to.
Okay. All right, so we're bringing him through. So is there anything while he's here, is there anything you want to ask him or anything you want to say to him?
I would just hope he was taking care of my grandma the most, just because she's still living and my grandfather died and he moved in with her and passed fairly shortly after, but he moved in with her to be her companion.
Yeah. And I do feel like that's his type of personality, that he looks after people. And
he just wants to protect everybody.
Yeah, he's like a protector, a guardian. And I feel like that, he comes and goes. And I feel like that he knew that we were coming tonight. I think he was even there when we saw the accident, because it was crazy. It just happened like right beside us, but didn't affect us at all.
That's nice.
And that was crazy. So I was like, wow. But I definitely feel like yes. So you saw that. I feel like he does, stay with her, but also comes over here, and then he also was kind of there for us also, like a heads up, because I just felt something, and then I was like, oh my gosh, and then we looked over and it just like impacted right in front of that Publix.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's by a karate place up there.
Yeah, and everybody jumped out of the car and was running over to the cars, and it was pretty crazy. So what is his name?
And we always just call him Uncle RV. He's my great uncle, so he's actually my dad's uncle, my grandmother's brother.
Uncle RV.
That's the only thing he ever went by. His first name's Ray, but I've never ever heard anybody call him
Richard.
It just said Richard.
I don't know what I'm sorry.
So you think it was Richard, not Ray?
It just started with an R. My grandma had 11 siblings, and they all had their names.
I think he just told you it was Richard. I don't know, but anyway, hello. We're glad that you're here. We appreciate your guardianship. I'm getting something about a cat. I don't know if this is a cat in spirit or what, but I'm getting something about a cat being here as well. Have you had a cat that passed away that would have followed you, came with you to the house?
Only from when I was a kid. Is all I can think.
Okay, then it must belong to the house and not you.
Oh, cat. The neighbor next door, the lady who lived here before she left, had 40 cats.
40 cats.
40
okay.
cats, and left them all.
All right, so that's what I was getting, cat. It was a heavy sign of symbol of cats, so that makes sense. So she had 40. This is the lady who was raped here.
Yes.
So she was like a rescue or a hoarder or what?
A hoarder.
A hoarder. So
a whole bunch of little orbs just running around now.
I feel like I feel the cat's energies, and it's weird because it feels like multiple cats, obviously, but it felt like cat in spirit to me.